What is going on, guys? Today is a beautiful day. Got some time to myself. Got nice weather. Got the shop to myself. So gonna go ahead and do some work on the GS. Let me show you guys what I got. All right, so finally my package from Drift Motion came in the other day, and so let me just go through exactly what I got. So I got some battle version solid diff mounts. When I drove the car, it had quite a bit of like drivetrain slop. You can really feel it. So I figured while I have the diff out, because I'm getting it welded, I'm gonna weld it today. Might put a plate in it, but while I do that, I figured why not spend the few $100 and have it nice and solid in the rear. I didn't go ahead and do the subframe bushings yet. They honestly look pretty good, but I don't want this thing to be a rattle box, so I figured this is enough for right now. I got a excessive manufacturing trans mount for the R154. The one that's in the car right now is fucking just smoked. So this is like $150 or something like that, or 120. I forget exactly how much it was, but it's gonna stiffen it up. It's gonna make it feel a lot better. I can show you guys a slop when I get under there again. So this is for the rear of the diff where it mounts to the subframe. So boom, and then these guys go up through here. Just gonna have to air hammer those out. I got some oil filters just because it was like $4 a pop. You can't go wrong. Like cheaper than Frams. Got a OEM tail housing or tail shaft seal for the trans because it's a bit wet. We got this brand new OEM PCV valve because 2Js are known for kind of going through those, and I believe that this one is actually bad. Brand new R154 shifter gasket. I think it's like the retainer gasket. Anyways, we got the Cube Speed short shifter. Pretty excited on this piece as the shifter in the car feels like an S10. It's like a 4-foot throw. And then I have this piece of flex pipe for the downpipe. That's going to be a later modification just because I currently don't have the turbo. The turbo is actually coming back to me. I should be having it delivered on Wednesday-ish. Boost Lab took about 3 weeks to do my turbo because they're backed up or whatever. But I got to replace the flex pipe in that thing because it's all blown out. And then we'll have no leaks in the exhaust, hopefully. So that's that. Today in this video, I'm gonna go ahead and split this open, get it drained out, get it cleaned up with some brake clean I got, and find a piece of plate, bust out the welder, maybe heat up the gears a little bit with the acetylene setup, and get her welded in. All right, so we got the fucking diff all welded up. Definitely not the prettiest welds. But one good thing is I have the heat maxed out, and this thing was fucking melting this thing like butter. So both sides, both plates are done. It's kind of hard to rotate it with one hand. But anyways, I welded the spider gears in the corners and then put the plate in and then went all the way around. So this thing should be good for over 1,000 horsepower. So this thing should not break this, and we should not have any more one-wheel peels. And we got something that can actually put down the 13 wides now. Get some grip. But I'm gonna go ahead and run to the store real quick. I forgot to grab some diff oil, so I'm gonna go do that, and we'll be back and fill this thing up, put some RTV on it, and slap it back in. All right. First, actually, I gotta do the mounts, obviously. Duh. All right, now we're under the car. We got these two to get out. Kind of the same deal. Just gotta have to smash them out. All right, guys, so what I plan on doing here, because obviously, the spare tire tub is right here, so it's kind of not going to be a fun time. I don't have any kind of press that I could use for this situation. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the diff and mount it in these two holes, and then hopefully I can take the bolts and pretty much drive them in with the diff. So, and then that way they're all lined up correctly, you know, positioned correctly, and so I don't have to pound them back out. All right, so got the diff in, got the bushings in. That shit sucked. Note to self, next time, probably a good idea to just drop the subframe and do the subframe mounts too. It's hot as balls, I'm sweating, but we got her in. I'm gonna go ahead, button up the axles, and then we're gonna move on to the tranny, do the short shifter, do the output shaft seal, and that should be it. Here's a little view at the old mount. Look at this. Completely torn junk. All right, guys, so with the excessive trans mount, I ran into a little bit of a predicament. So this is the automatic cross member for the GS300, and it did not work with the mount. So basically, this is what it had for studs. So I beat them out, and then I cut the heads off, some new bolts, and then I welded them from the backside. So now, this actually has enough bolt to come through and bite down with a nut. So now I can put it together after some paint. All right, so we're back at the shop. I went and actually took a little bit of a dinner break. It's like almost 9 o'clock, and I'm gonna keep working on the Lexus. I really want to get like the driveline setup completed. All right, so this plate the last owner made, it just kind of pops right out. Gonna go ahead and get this knob off. All right, so now that we got the boot and everything off, we're gonna go ahead and take those 410s out. One right there. And from there, we will continue to replace the gasket on the whole retainer housing. All right, so here we have the stock shifter and the cube speed. Looks like I gotta swap over this stuff right here. And maybe I don't. I think everything's, yeah, everything looks like it's in there. So I don't think I really have to change anything out. I do have to take these nuts off and use these bolts as the hold down. I'll show you guys when I get it in. All right, sorry for not really filming everything, but this is very straightforward. It's just 4 bolts and then it's installed. Take a look. That's got to be at least half of what the stock shifter was. That just, guys, for 120 bucks, you can't go wrong. Every other short shifter for the R154 is like 300 bucks. I'm going to go ahead and just make sure these bolts are tight, and then I'm going to go ahead and throw the interior back together with the dust boot and everything, and then we can go on and finish up the trans mount. So the short throw shifter is installed. One thing that's a little weird, the stock one was like this too, but it's kind of angled back a bit. I mean, I guess with the tranny kind of hanging low, it's going to be like that. So I guess it's going to be a little bit more straight, but it's kind of got a weird angle to it. But the shift's nice and notchy, way shorter than they used to be. Excited to rip some gears in this thing, that's for sure. So the new trans mount is all in. Everything's tightened down, torqued down. Nice and stout. It's gonna feel great. So I got the drive shaft back in. Can't really see it. There it is. So drive shaft is back in, and that's pretty much gonna conclude this video. Next video, hopefully, will be me installing the turbo, dialing the fitment a bit, and doing some odds and ends like the downpipe, PCV stuff, maybe a couple little cosmetic upgrades. But go ahead and give this video a like, subscribe. I know my videos are kind of all over the place. I try and get a lot done, and it's kind of hard to film. I'm very satisfied with today's work. Hopefully only a couple more nights of wrenching on this thing and we can get it registered and rip it on the roads. So definitely stay tuned and see you guys in the next one.